Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello everyone and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is My Community. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, we know that we have to sanitize. So let's take our sanitizer and put a little bit inside our hand. Then we rub inside, around our hands, in between our fingers, on our wrists, and our fingertips too. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be talking about mass, shapes, and capacity. For our lesson now, boys and girls, let us go to the page 9. On page 9, we are going to be doing some measuring. It's going to be our job to cross out all the heavy items. Now we can see a bottle of water, a log, a car, a tree, and a basket. Now for us to do this exercise, we need to know what is heavy and what is light. So let's try and find some things in the classroom. Here on the table, I have a few things that might be heavy or light. We're going to start with the bottle. Now, the bottle that I'm picking up is not that heavy because I can use one hand and I can hold it for a long time and I can move it. So I can say that the bottle is light because it's not something that I need to put a lot of effort in picking up and putting down. I can do this many times and not get tired. So our bottle is light, which means the bottle you have, do not put an X or a cross. The next thing we're going to try and lift up in the class is the chair. So I'm going to lift up the chair and oh, it feels heavy. Now, how do I know that this is heavy? Well, because I have to lift it up with 2 hands, and when I do lift it up, it takes me a long time to lift up. And if I put it down, I feel like my hands are light again. So this is heavy because it takes me 2 hands to pick up and I can't lift it for a long time. So this is heavy. Let's now try and lift up the table. I'm going to try and lift up the table. Oh, it's so heavy. And how do I know it's heavy? Because I can't even lift it up. I would need another person to help me lift up the table. And even if we lift it up, I'm sure we cannot even lift it for a long time. So this is definitely heavy. And if you cannot lift it up, it is also heavy. So you know that if something is light, you're able to pick it up with one hand and play with it up and down, and you don't feel tired or weak. But if something is heavy, we might not even be able to lift it up, and you feel exhausted or tired after trying to lift it up. So now that you know the difference between light and heavy, you can now do your exercise. Remember to cross out all the heavy items. When you're done with that, you can move on to the next one on the next page, page 10. On page 10, we have a friend who is happy to see us, and we have a special task. For us to do our exercise on page 10, we need to draw a square on the right side of the child and then a circle on the left. So, it's going to be our job first to know these shapes and then draw them neatly. Let's take a look at the board. Now, I also have a friend on the board, and she is also very happy to see us. It's going to be our job to draw these shapes. The first shape we're going to try and draw on the right side is a square. Now remember, a square has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is exactly what we have to do to draw a square on the right side of the child. Remember how you know the difference between your left and your right. If you have your left hand, tie something round it so that you will know that this is your left hand. And then the right hand does not have anything on it. So we're going to draw a square. We're going to start on this side and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, a square has equal sides, so it must look like a box and no side is longer than the other. So we have drawn our square on the right side, and now it's time to draw the circle on the left side. Remember, boys and girls, a circle is round. It doesn't have any corners or sides. So all we need to draw is a round shape. We will start and go round. Take your time so you don't make a mistake. And don't forget to join it where you started. And there we go. We have our 2 shapes. The square is on the right side of the child, and then the circle is on the left side of the child. I want you to continue practicing your right and your left sides, and then when you're done with that, you can go back into your exercise and try to find out which other things are light and which other things are heavy. Take your time, and I'll see you when you're done after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
For our lesson, boys and girls, let us turn to page 11. On page 11, we are going to be doing some fun things with our bottles. So, it's going to be our job to color the bottles to show the concept of full, then half, and empty. So, we're going to do this together. I want you to please take a look at the bottle in my hand. Now, the bottle I have in my hand is full. You can see that the water is moving with only a little bubble inside. So I cannot open this upside down because it is full. And when I try to shake it, the sound is very, very low to show that it is a full bottle of water. For you to draw full, you need to make sure that your bottle is also full. So, a full bottle has water right to the top and it is full. We cannot turn it upside down, and if we open it, we are able to drink from it. The next one that is in my hand is half. Now, some people say half full, others say half empty. So, we want to show you what half looks like. Half is when the bottle still has water, but not all of it. You can see that the water is moving, and when I shake it, you can hear that sound, which means there is space for the water to move. It's different from the one that's full, where you can't hear anything. But for the one that is half, you can definitely hear that there is some water left. Not the whole thing. Then, if we open it and tip it, we know that water will definitely come out, just like when it says full. We can also drink from it. Now, how do we draw this? Well, we do a line or make a line halfway of our bottle, and then we color only the bottom, which is different from full, where we color the whole bottle. So this is half. The last bottle that I have in my hand is showing empty. Now that means there is nothing inside this bottle, no water at all. If I shake it, there is no sound of any water, and I can open it, but there's nothing to drink. I can also tip it and nothing will come out. So we know that this bottle is empty. To show that the bottle is empty, nothing will be drawn in that bottle. So we have our 3 bottles. We have full, where we know that if we tip it, we can hear a little sound but not too much. Half, where we know that the water is halfway and makes a sound to move in the bottle. And then empty, where we know there's nothing inside, and if we open it to try and drink, nothing will come out. So take your time when you are coloring the bottles. Remember, we want one that is full, one that is halfway, and one that is empty. I hope that you will remember this when you are drawing. Remember to also be neat as you are coloring. Have fun, and I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 10 different languages.
Boys and girls, we have now come to the end of our lesson, and I hope you had fun. I know I did. Remember, if something is too hard or you're not sure what to do, that's okay. You can always ask an adult for help. Just make sure you finish your work by yourself. So now that we are done with our work, we need to sanitize. Remember how we sanitize? We put a little bit of sanitizer in our hand. Then we rub inside, round and round, in between our fingers and on our wrists. Don't forget your fingertips. Then you wait for them to dry before you touch anything else. Now that we're done with our lesson, I wonder where Zoshi is because I know I heard him come in, but I don't know where he went. Oh, there you are, Zoshi. So, from Sashi and I, we want to say thank you so much for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.